Very good morning to you all, my dear boys and girls. Today, the first topic for discussion is Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher, written by Abraham Lincoln. Now, let us go for about the writer. Abraham Lincoln, a self-taught lawyer. Abraham Lincoln, a self taught lawyer, legislator, and vocal opponent of slavery, was elected 16th President of the United States in November 1860, shortly before the outbreak of Civil War. Abraham Lincoln was a self taught. He did not have a formal education. He himself had his own experience and learnt a lot and became a self made lawyer, legislator, and vocal opponent of slavery. He raised so much of opposition against slavery. He was elected 16th President of the United States of America in November 1860, shortly before the outbreak of Civil War. Lincoln proved to be the shrewd military strategist and a savvy leader. He was such a great leader, he was a great military strategist. His Emancipation Proclamation paved the way for the abolition of slavery. He took a lot of interest, and Emancipation Proclamation paved the way, made an easy way for the abolition of slavery in America. While his Gettysburg Address stands as one of the most famous pieces of oratory in American history. You might have been known Abraham Lincoln, who was a son of a cobbler, born in the poorest of the poor and reached the highest position of American country. He became a great orator. In April 1865, with the Union on the brink of victory, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by Confederate sympathizer John Wilkes Booth. Such a great man was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. His untimely death made him a martyr to the cause of liberty, and he is widely regarded as one of the greatest presidents in the history of the US. So, such a great personality who worked for the welfare of the people, who worked to abolish slavery in American country, was assassinated. But he remained as the greatest ruler, not one of the greatest, he was the greatest ruler of American country. Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher, teaching of what do parents expect when sending children in school? What should a school give apart from knowledge? How does education contribute to personality development? This is a letter. My son starts school today. It's all going to be strange and new to him for a while, and I wish you would treat him gently. It is an adventure that might take him across continents. All the advantages, all the adventures probably include wars, tragedy, and sorrow. To live this life will require faith, love, and courage. In the first paragraph, my son, Abraham Lincoln's son, starts schooling today. It's a quite common thing whenever parents ask the children to go to school, they feel odd, they feel strange, they feel insecurity. That is the psychology of the small children. He writes a letter to whom? He writes a letter to his son's teacher saying that my son starts school today. It's all going to be strange and new to him for a while, and I wish you would treat him gently. So he was a little bit, he wanted to make teacher to treat him nicely, because children should not get scary of the school, and everything would appear to him new, strange, odd, and the boy may feel so insecurity of it. It was because he understood his boy very well. Not only his boy, every girl feels like that only. By understanding the psychology of the small child, he wrote a letter to his teacher saying that let his boy be treated gently, smoothly, not making him to get terrified. It's an adventure that might take him across continents. So, as if he crosses the continents, and it's a great adventure for him. All the adventures probably include wars. The adventures may be wars, tragedy, and sorrow. To live this life with require to live this life will require faith, love, and courage. Abraham Lincoln opined to live this life, one needs to have a faith, one needs to have a love, and one needs to have a courage. For those things are to be taught to his son. So, dear teacher, will you please take him by his hand and teach him things he will have to know? Whatever the boy needs to have it, take him by your hand. That means treat him gently, teach him nicely, teach him not to get scared of the teachers and so on. But gently, if you can, you treat him gently, you teach him gently, without making him to get terrified or scary or afraid of the teachers. And so teach him that for every enemy there is a friend. You teach him, never there will never be a full of the world of enemies. He will have to know that all men are not just. The boy has to learn all people are not just, all people are not right and correct, that all men are not true. At the same time, all men are not true, all men are not perfect, all men are not right and right. But teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero, that for every crooked politician there is a dedicated leader. There may be a scoundrel, there may be a hero. What do you mean by a scoundrel? A person who works for himself but not for other people is called as a scoundrel. At the same time, there may be a hero there. Scoundrel may be there and hero may be there. The boy should have a balanced mind of understanding the world do not have every perfection. Similarly, there may be a crooked politician, a politician who only works for his selfish ends. At the same time, there is a dedicated leader. The dedicated leader always works for the welfare of the public. That the boy has to be taught little bit gently without making him to get confused and so. What does Lincoln mean by adventures? What should the child learn about humanity? Teach him, if you can, that 10 cents earned is a far more value than a dollar found. Teach him, if you can, that 10 cents earned is of far more value than a dollar found. Even 10 cents is far better than a dollar found. That means easy earning money is not of important. Hard earning money is very important. That boy has to be taught. In school, teach him it is far more honorable to fail than to cheat. Then he asked teacher to teach him it's better to fail rather than to cheat and get through in the examination or get through in the life. Teach him to learn how to gracefully lose and enjoy winning when he does win. So it's a life is full of winning and losing. The boy has to be taught, if he loses, he must feel great of it, and he must learn a lesson out of it, and whenever he wins, he must have his own enjoyment. Winning and losing, he needs to have a balance of mind. He should not feel upset with his losing. At the same time, he should not feel overjoyed his winning. Teach him to be gentle with the people. Teach him to be gentle with the people. He has to move with the people, all the people, irrespective of caste, irrespective of religion, irrespective of age. He has to treat all the people alike, tough with the tough people. Generally, whenever he comes across tough people, then he should be tough. Whenever he comes across a typical people, he should be just typical to face them. Steer him away from envy if you can, and teach him the secret of quiet laughter. You teach him not to be envious of anything, and ask a teacher to teach him how to have a great laughter. People may comment him, people may compliment him. Then the boy should not feel a lot, but he needs to have a smile on his lips. Teach him, if you can, how to laugh when he is sad. He may be losing. When he may be losing, he feels sad and sorrowful. Then that time also he needs to have a smile on his face. Whenever he is sad, teach him there is no shame in tears. Giving tears is not a shame. It's almost just relieving from the pain, relieving from a sadness or sorrowful and so on. Teach him there can be a glory in failure and despair in success. Teach him there can be a glory in failure. A failure also, you would have been come across the failures are stepping stones to success. Similarly, the boy should understand failure, the boy should understand the experience from the failure and despair in success. Teach him to scoff at cynics. The cynics are the people who are interested about themselves but not about the general public and so on. So the boy should be unmindful of such people. Then he must take he must not think more about such a foolish people. What does Lincoln say about honesty? How should the child tackle ups and downs in life? Teach him, if you can, the wonders of books, but also give time to ponder the extreme mystery of birds in the sky, bees in the sun, and flowers on a green hill. Teach him to have faith in his own ideas, even if everyone tells him they are wrong. Teach him, if you can, the wonders of books. Lot wonders can be found in books. Books are written by the authors, writers. Generally, writers and authors do have a lot of imagination, and they may have a real experience with the things or nature. So it is better is boy to recognize reading books are very important for him. At the same time, but also but also train him to ponder over the extreme mysteries of birds in the sky, bees in the sun, and flowers on a green hill. So let him be exposed to understand birds in the sky, how they are able to fly, how they are able to have their prey, and let him be exposed to observe bees, and let him be exposed to see various kinds of flowers. That means the boy should get exposed to nature. How much of knowledge, how much of wisdom that books give, more than that the boy can obtain from nature. That is what he asks his teacher. Not his son should not be continuously be get exposed to book reading, and he should get exposed to nature also, so that he will have a lot of broad-mindedness, and he will understand what is meant by nature, and thus he can get a all-round personality. Teach him to have faith in his own ideas. By having by getting knowledge from books and nature, the boy may get his own ideas. Those ideas, some other people, even if everyone finds him, they are wrong. Even everyone finds wrong with him, he should feel least bothered about them, and he must have his own ideas. So he himself observed, he himself studied, he himself experienced, so he knows each and every fact of it, and with that outcome, he may have innovative ideas. Even other people say they are wrong, he should feel least bothered about it. Try to give my son the strength not to follow the crowd when everyone else is doing it. Generally, mass following is common. Train my son, teach my son not simply to follow the crowd. Simply following the crowd, he will not get any creative thoughts or innovative thoughts. That is what he says. Let him have his own ideas. Let him have his own creativity. People may find fault with him that he should not feel he should take them lightly. Teach him to listen to everyone, but teach him also to filter all that he hears on a screen of truth and take only the good that comes through. The boy should be trained, the boy should be taught. Whoever the people speak to him, he must listen to it. As if God has provided him 2 years, he must use the filters, listen only good things, receive only good things, all bad has to be set aside. The boy should get exposed to only positive things rather than negative things. Those negative things are there, he must set aside that. So that is what the boy should know, use his filters. From this, the boy should know good as well as bad. The good should be kept in his mind and heart and make it grow. The bad thoughts or bad ideas should never be kept in his mind and nourish them. Similarly, what should reading books be complemented with? How can the child save himself from following the crowd? Teach him to sell his talents and brains to the highest bidder, but never to put a price tag on his heart and soul. Teach him to sell his talents and brains. Generally, people used to acquire money, or people used to earn money by extending service or else by producing goods. Then Abraham Lincoln says, teach him how to use his brain, or how to use his talents to a highest bidder. It's not wrong, but he can go for highest bidder. At the same time, he should never wear a price tag on his heart and soul. That means he should not sell his heart and soul. He should not be immoral in doing that. It should be legal. It should not be illegal. The boy should not work for illegal things or illegal activities, thinking that he is being paid more. Let him have a courage to be impatient. Even for impatience, there needs to be a courage. Sometimes we used to be impatient. For that, he needs to have a courage. Let him have the patience to be brave. Even to become brave also, he needs to have a patience. A step by step brevity has to be developed. Teach him to have sublime faith in himself. Teach him to develop self-confidence in himself. Teach him that he is a worthy man. Teach him that he should not underestimate himself, because then he will always have sublime faith in mankind. When he believes in himself, then only he can believe in the mankind. When he feels that he is useful for himself, then only he can be useful for the mankind and in God. mankind as well as in God. Service to humanity is service to God, so that he asks his son's teachers to develop him humanity in him, so that only he can have faith in mankind and also as well as God. This is the order, teacher, but see what best you can do. He says, this is the order. The order has been dealt to him. All the instructions are a kind of teacher has to follow the order to teach his son. At the same time, if it is not possible, or whatever teacher thinks that to the best of him, he has to teach to his son. At the same time, he is such a nice little boy and he is my son. So he says that he is a small boy, nice boy, a so beloved boy to Abraham Lincoln. Such a way he hands the boy to whom? To the teacher, to make him all right, to prepare him for all round development of him.